Everybody's asking me, what you been thinking about these days? Well,
Okay, PTSD just kicked in when I heard her voice, and I can almost smell the booze through the mic. Kamala Harris, the Democrats' favorite loser, is back. And after 4 months in political hibernation, she emerged like a slurring philosophy major at open mic night. Her comeback speech, a cringy blend of sanctimonious condemnation, weird hand gestures, and enough head nodding to rattle your fillings. And yes, Dougie's here too.
what we are in fact witnessing is a high-velocity event where a vessel is being used for the swift implementation of an agenda that has been decades in the making. Okay. It's kind of dark in here, but I'm asking for a show of hands. Who saw that video from a couple of weeks ago? The one of the elephants at the San Diego Zoo during the earthquake? Google it if you've not seen it. So that scene has been on my mind. Everybody's asking me, what you been thinking about these days? Well, so in the video, for those who haven't seen it, here those elephants were. And as soon as they felt the earth shaking beneath their feet, they got in a circle and stood next to each other to protect the most vulnerable. People Power Tour that is aiming to ignite a grassroots movement to lift up voices and advance freedom and justice. And by leaders across the spectrum, including congressional leaders like Cory Booker, Chris Van Hollen, Chris Murphy, Jasmine Crockett, Maxwell Frost, AOC, and Bernie Sanders. All who, in different ways, have been speaking in these last 14 weeks is Americans using their voice and showing their courage. We all know President Trump and his administration and their allies are counting on the notion that fear can be contagious. They are counting on the notion that if they make some people afraid, it will have a chilling effect on others. But what they're overlooking, what they have overlooked, is that fear is not the only thing that's contagious. Courage is contagious.
All right, let's unpack this Hall of Shame highlight reel we just sat through. Kamala's back on stage after 4 months in hiding, and what do we get? Word salad smothered in sanctimony with a side of Chardonnay. First up, the high-velocity vessel bit. I had to rewind it 3 times just to figure out what the hell she was trying to say. Kamala, you're not a vessel. You're the USS bullshit, drifting aimlessly through a sea of buzzwords powered by sanctimony and wine fumes. Then boom, elephants. Not metaphorical ones, not the GOP mascot, actual zoo animals during an earthquake. You know, like every great stateswoman invokes before explaining why she lost 20 points in Wisconsin. And just when you think it can't get weirder, here comes the State of the People Power Tour. That's not a grassroots movement, that's a PR rehab tour for the Justice League of Stupid. Let's roll call that clown car, Cory Booker, who filibusters like he's auditioning for a soap opera. Chris Van Hollen, who recently flew to El Salvador to sip margaritas with an MS-13 gang member and called it diplomacy. Chris Murphy, basically Van Hollen with different eyebrows and the same recycled talking points. Jasmine Crockett, fresh off mocking a disabled governor like that's bold leadership. Maxwell Frost, Gen Z's emotional support congressman. AOC, still confusing yelling with wisdom. And Bernie Sanders, whose entire platform could be summed up as free stuff and yelling. And after assembling her all-star team of unhinged ideologues, Kamala ends with a line straight out of a rejected TED Talk. Fear is contagious, but so is courage. Lady, the only thing contagious in that room was secondhand shame. And yes, the cackle is back. I've seen more coherent speeches from beauty pageant contestants during the swimsuit round. Look, if this is the Dems' best shot at inspiring America, then it's no wonder Trump is mopping the floor with her in every poll. Kamala, I'm begging you, run again. You'll save the GOP millions in ad spending. Just show up, talk about elephants, cackle a bit, and let voters do the rest. So that's a wrap, guys. Kamala Harris didn't give a comeback speech. She gave a half-drunken TED Talk stuffed with buzzwords and metaphors that even her own party couldn't take seriously. This wasn't inspiration. It wasn't leadership. It was campaign theater for a candidate no one actually wants. She babbled about chaos, elephants, and courage like she was reading a motivational poster in a dentist's office. And the crowd clapped, because let's face it, they were just relieved she made it through without a full word salad stroke. The Democratic Party is collapsing. They're out of gas. They're out of credibility. So they dig up Kamala, slap on some talking points, and pretend we forgot how bad it was. We didn't. If you're tired of this political cosplay, if you're done watching the same failed faces pretend they have new ideas, then do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who still thinks Kamala Harris is anything but a punchline in a pantsuit. And for more truth, fire, and yes, sarcasm, go to steadfastandloyal.com. We don't do cover-ups. We don't do spin. We tell it like it is, every single day. As always, stay informed, stay free, and stay steadfast and loyal. I'm Jimmy Parker. Thanks for joining us.